So we're gonna make this late but great, everybody. It's still Wednesday technically now. When I upload the video, that might be a different story. But it's Queen Crush Wednesday. I want to welcome you to the Queen Network. All right, here from the Palace, representing A Radio. I am your host, Queen Fierce, and thanks for tuning into this video. See, I don't look like as ratchet as I did last week. Put a little lip on for y'all. I know it's after 10 o'clock. I was like, I gotta do something. So you might get bit by bit every week. I'll put a lip on this week. Maybe next week I'll do a little eyeliner. Maybe after that I'll get a little lashes. But y'all can only imagine, since I've been home, every minute has been occupied. So I get in where I fit in, and I just can't complain. I'm going where the Lord lead and doing what the Lord say do, because that's all I can do. This work from home, homeschooling, housewife, hottie life is something else. But overall, I'm happy because I have a chance and I have an opportunity to do things on my terms. I think that's the biggest piece about all of this, is that everything that I do right now is on my terms. I'm home because I want to be home. I'm schooling my children because I want to be schooling my children. I created my position and my job, and I get to say whether or not I want to keep doing that. I have some things to look into and keep up and continue to create, but this is where I'm at right now. A lot of my time is devoted to supporting my children in virtual learning, and I know that is a concern for a lot of you as well. It is more than a notion, I understand, and I have a background in education. I have lipstick on my teeth. No, it just looks like it. Yeah, I forgot to put the light on for y'all. I'm trying, y'all. That's all I can say. Oh, is that better? Okay, maybe I don't look so rich now. I got shed a little light on the situation. All right, let's do it again. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? See why you need the light? Queen Fierce. Queen Fierce, everyone. It's not a show until I have lipstick on my teeth. So that's more than a notion right now. And I just want to let parents know that I am here to support you. I am technically open right now as Regal Academy LLC. It is a business that I own. And we provide cyber learning support, virtual homeschooling, and one-on-one support, especially if you have special needs concerns. So make sure you are hitting me up. I know a lot of people just started this week with their schooling and education needs, and I feel like you have to really get in a groove to see what the needs are. And honestly, I started this journey because I just had to start it. Like, I didn't know what it was going to look like. And I was like, I know there are people out there who are in the same boat as I am, who need to work, who want to support their children but don't have the expertise, need a little extra help themselves. And here we are. Don't feel comfortable with sending your children to school. Like, I'm in that boat. I'm in the process right now of transferring my own children to homeschool, which is a process if that's what you plan to do. But I can help you navigate all that, is what I'm saying. So if you need a consultative moment, just hit me up. You can DM me, you can share my flyers, my phone number, all that kind of stuff. And let's talk about it. If you know someone else who needs help, make sure you are share this video anyway, because we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. I'm going to try to cram a lot of stuff in a little bit of time. This light helps so much. I'm so glad I did this. So yeah, let's talk about it. So if education is one of your concerns, I know that is taking up a lot of my time right now. But once I have everything streamlined, everybody should be flowing, should be going, should be growing, and should be knowing. Okay, I'm a poet. You didn't know it. Here I go again. I said it last show. Y'all gotta catch me when I say it. I know I say it at least once a show. I know I do. So yeah, that's what we're gonna. That's not. I don't know if that's one of the things I wanted to talk about or not, but that is definitely on the list because I know that a lot of people are pulling their hair out right now with supporting your little ones and not even just your little ones, your older ones too, with virtual learning. There's a set of concerns across all the boards. So hit me up on that. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I don't know, this election. I feel like I haven't been very vocal about it. And it's winding down, y'all. Like we've crossed over mid-September. We have about 6 weeks until the election. And I was thinking about this week. This election is really, the campaigns are really about who can prove that the other person is worse than they are. Who can prove that the other person is worse than they are? Donald Trump is trying to prove how bad Biden is. Biden is trying to prove how bad Donald Trump is. But nobody is like saying what they're actually going to do. Like, yes, Biden, I feel like, is saying the obvious. I watched an interview between Biden and Obama. And Obama was kind of leading the interview. So I guess this was supposed to draw people in because, Biden was Obama's vice president. So by Obama having this, it was called a social distance conversation. This was a few weeks ago when I actually saw this. It was a social distance conversation with Joe Biden, but Obama asked the questions, and I feel like Biden kind of halfway answered them, and Obama picked up the slack and kind of said what Biden was supposed to say. So it just discouraged me even more. To me, he's a wet noodle. And you let me know what y'all think about this. Because I know everybody's going to say, all right, we have to vote for Biden if we want to get Trump out. I know the story. I've been voting for 20 years now. 20 years I've been voting. This is going to be the 5th presidential election that I'm voting in. So I've been around the block a little bit, and as you grow and you get older, you start forming your opinions and ideologies around politics. Never considered myself a political person, but in this climate, is how can you not be, right? So I find that a lot of the things that I speak about and a lot of the issues that I talk about are political issues, or they're at least issues that politicians should have a very strong stance on. And to me, if I don't hear you talking about the things that are going to affect the people that have to live, the people of this country, the people who pay taxes, that pay your salary, those people, if I don't hear you discussing those issues, then to me, we don't have nothing to talk about. And right now, I don't want to talk to neither one of them. And that's how I feel. I'm going to do the right thing, or what I feel like is the right thing come election day. I am. But I would be remiss to say if I didn't have any concerns about both candidates. And I don't know if y'all saw, I think it was a couple weeks back, or maybe a few weeks back, I posted a question, and it kind of raised a lot of controversy because people thought that I was telling people not to vote. But I wanted a sincere answer, or I at least wanted people to think about what would happen if nobody voted? If everybody just woke up and said, you know what, this is some bull. Like, this candidate ain't nothing. This candidate surely ain't nothing. We don't want neither one of them. I'm not voting. And if 100% of the people that could vote didn't vote because it's dumb and it's bull, what would happen? So there is a very, of course, technical and political answer for what would happen if that happens. Did a little research, read a couple articles, nothing deep. So somebody that nobody voted for would become president, and that probably, honestly, it might be a better choice. I don't know. I don't know, but who knows for real, right? So yeah, but I was wondering also if you could get the entire country to take a stand on, nope, this candidate ain't it, and this candidate ain't it. Let's roll the dice. Let's get a couple more candidates in here. Like, let's do something different with this. What would America really do? You know what I mean? If all the people was like, this system is not working, the way we vote for these candidates, the way we pick these candidates is not working. We want something else. We want somebody else. What would they do? And I was just wondering, would it honestly force a different system? Like, of course, we're not going to organize 6 weeks before an election and be like, all right, y'all, nobody vote. Because, you know, everybody who supports Trump is going to vote for Trump. So I get that. But honestly, I feel like we go through every election. Of course, when Obama was running, it was no question. Like, we voting for Obama. Okay. That was no question to me. But I feel like all the other elections, we was just like, oh, all right. This what we got? Let me choose the lesser of the two evils. You know? And I just feel like that shouldn't be the choice all the time. Like, why do we always have to pick the lesser of the two evils? Like, can't we just say, this candidate is the bomb? They really stand for the people. I feel comfort in knowing that this is going to be the leader of my country. Like, when have you ever said that? Obama, maybe? I don't know. Some people really wasn't even sold on that. Just hyped because he was black. And some people wasn't even sold on that. So, I mean, I know it's a conversation, but it's something also to kind of get your mind rolling. If that got your mind going, you think it'll get somebody else's mind going, share this video, like this video. Let me know how you feel about this video. You're watching the Queen Network. I just had a couple things on my heart and mind that I want to say. I'm your host, Queen Fierce. I got my lipstick on today and the light shining in my face because apparently that's the best that I could do. Because every minute of this day was devoted to something. Okay, what else we got on the agenda? Triple C Social. So I'm excited about this. We are having a pop-up in the park coloring event this Saturday. And it's just one of those things. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So we'll be at Malcolm X Park 2 to 4 p.m. Something light, you know, something fun, little get together, outdoor event so people can feel comfortable with their social distancing. Bring your hoodie. It's finally starting to get chilly outside. Bring a chair or a mat. I will provide tables and coloring materials, your color pencils, your crayons, your markers, and of course your coloring pages. And let's sit, chat, and color and maybe even sip on something. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring something to sip on. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all out at the park. If it's 2 or 20, 200 or 2,000, maybe not that many. But yeah, let's expand our self-care and creativity. I'm excited about that. And while we're on the road with that, I am also going to have a backyard meetup for 4P this Saturday evening on the late night, 10 o'clock, because y'all know how y'all get. So you got to come at 10 o'clock, not at 1 o'clock. Okay? And please don't just pop up, because it's not going to be like, 40 people in my backyard. We're not doing that this time. I know our numbers have been minimum over the last few times, so we'll be able to social distance, which will be cool. But I know people haven't been to 4P in a while, so this is not, I'm going to 4P and let me bring 5 of my homies. Please respect the space. Nobody is coming inside. We're not doing the inside thing. Everything is going to be outdoors. We're going to build a fire, and we're going to honor our 4P fam, Tia Sykes, Lady Vicious, as she's actually moving across the country to dream big and start a new career and think outside the box. Like, go, Tia. We're gonna miss her, but new beginnings. You gotta be happy for that. So I didn't want this opportunity to pass us by to honor a 4P family member who's been rocking with us for like 10 years now and about to move on. So if you're around and you want to have poetry by social distance, by a fire in the backyard, a couple of eats, a couple of drinks, hit me up so I can get you on the list. Because yes, I'm checking names at the door. Okay? Okay. Please don't act funny. Yes, Fierce has rules this time. Y'all know I don't be like one for the rules, but I gotta have rules this time, because if I don't have rules, then you act unruly. Be acting unruly. Y'all something else. So, remember last week when I was like talking about dreams and taking the limits off and all that stuff? I went to church on Sunday. And remember I said, I miss sitting in church. So I get all these ideas and all that stuff. I can't remember if I said that, but yeah. Well, this past Sunday, my church just opened up the first service that we had since COVID started. So first day of social distance church. And don't you know that sermon was about dreams? Yo, last week my dreams was popping. Every morning I was waking up like, what? Like, what was that about? But they was crystal clear. It wasn't like I did have a dream that I would say was a little weird, a little out there. I haven't shared that one with anybody. Because I'm probably still processing that myself. But like the dreams that I told y'all about last week, crystal clear. And then the other one, I woke up with 3 things just rolling in my spirit, and I got up immediately and was like, what does the proverb say about perseverance? And I guess I have to apply that action to a new house deed. I don't know. Dreams are so crazy, right? So the sermon was about dreams. The text was 1 Kings, and that we got to go over that another time, because that's just a whole thing. So I was like, wow. And then the next day, I posted about me making platters. Now, this was not on the agenda at all. Can I just disclaimer and say that I do not want to be a chef. I'm not trying to make no quick money. Like, this is not what this is about. So last week, I was like, I want to try to make these mahi tacos that I had actually had at a restaurant. made them Jones was banging. You want to be honest, we've been eating them Jones ever since. Like, so the thing about my cooking is I'll look up like a quick recipe and then I'll just modify it like based on what I have or like what I think it should taste like. Or I'm the queen of replacing something. Like, I don't have no mayo. What else can I use? And I'll look up like how to make mayo or something like that. But you know what I mean. So everything I cook, it has this distinct like fierce made it kind of taste. And I don't know if people look at me and be like, oh, I know she can throw down, but I do all right for myself in the kitchen. I don't always make like big meals, but I can hold my own. Okay, so don't sleep on me when it comes to the kitchen. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So it got me thinking about like these the dreams got me thinking about like taking limits off myself, because one of the dreams was me going to space. And so when I was writing about it last week, I was thinking the sky is not the limit, you are. So obviously the sky is not the limit. We going to space, or I'm going to space, right? I told y'all all about it. Like, I have my lashes on, everything. You're not going to catch me slipping in space. So there's that. You got to take those limits off. So I was like, let me just put it out here and see who would even buy a platter. And I feel like the response was overwhelming, and people was texting me right away and like, when are you doing this? And so I guess I'm doing platters now. I'm not going to overwhelm myself with it, because this is not even my life. Like, this, when I'm so serious when I say this is not even something that I really want to do. But I also feel like it would be fun. I haven't had a chance to entertain anybody. Like, nobody comes to my house. I don't get to cook for anybody for real. So I just feel like it would be bomb for a bunch of people to enjoy something that I made. And it's actually so good. It is so good. I wouldn't even lie to y'all like that. If I made something enough to want to put it out there, you have to know it's bomb. And then Tony followed up. Y'all know Tony from Global Mindset. She follows up and says, Lord, that dip. So now I gotta do dips 1 week. Ciao. Once a month. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all. Sexy Mexies. Don't try to steal my stuff. Don't try to steal my stuff. Go to my page. The menu in there on the low. So, I'm going to take pre-orders next week. And I'm going to do platters on Saturday. Next week. This week is busy. So, and that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to see how it goes. It's going to be pre-orders only. So if you don't order it ahead of time, you're going to be salty. Because I'm not going to be stuck with no extra food. And I'm not going to be able to just squeeze it on in. I don't care if only 10 of y'all get it. Let's just try it. I don't know until we try it. So, and that's where I'm at right now. I was like, yo, I could literally do whatever I want. A queen said she wanted to make platters, and guess what I'm finna do? Make some mahi fish taco platters with sexy Mexi corn, or maybe you want the chili lime shrimp tacos, or maybe you want the jerk chicken tacos, or maybe you want a combo platter. I don't know. Then my sister-in-law, she changed the game all up and was like, well, let me know if you want to sell desserts with your platters. Yo. L's Confection Connection. Y'all don't even know how my sis bake. Y'all don't even know for real. Y'all about to get these tacos and these cakes. She made rum cake, y'all. with Jamaican rum. Oh my gosh. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. I don't even know if I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for real. I'm about to be ready though. That's what we gotta do. So that's that. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to my bestie boo. So I don't know how many of you know or if you've seen by now. Shayna Williams, Emmy, not MED, that's me. MS. Shayna Williams, MS, and I call her Esquire Sharp. Um, One of the healers in our community. She is currently battling with COVID-19. And I just need everybody to send a little extra love, a little extra prayers, a little extra good vibes her way. That's my boo. But she's pulling through, but it's rough, and I really feel for her. So I'm earnestly praying for her, and I hope you all join me in that. Shayna, we love you. Thank you for all the energy you put into healing our community, and we just want to return some of that energy. We love you, Shane. What else I got for y'all? I feel like I had something else. I talked about Flurry. I talked about the election. Oh, last thing I want to touch on. So, and Philly, you good for this. Philly brought up this clip with me from one of my old episodes of the Queen of Work with me and the Boogie Rose. And we ignited this conversation about regret. And I thought it was an interesting conversation to revisit because she said any loss that you feel, any sorrow that you feel is stemmed from regret. And I just found that to be an interesting take on it. You can even see my face in the clip, like trying to process, like, what are you really trying to say? So basically, it came down to like our emotions are tied to our regret. And I really thought about like what I think regret to be. Like, I understand her stance on it, and we were going to talk about it. You're going to catch a live with me and Boogie another time. But I just want to get your thoughts on what regret is and how it manifests through us, and if you think that affects the decisions you make or how you get through your day or interact with other people. So I really had to break down regret to myself, and I think of it as when people like blame themselves when an event turns out unfavorable. So basically you hold negative emotions about a series of events that turned out unfavorable or not in the way that you would want it to turn out. And so you link the result of that unfavorable event back to whatever your original action was. But sometimes I feel like we blame ourselves for things that are outside of our control. So yes, some things are totally and completely our fault. Like, we did that. Okay. But other things are just like, sometimes people look to put blame on themselves where there is no blame. It's like, well, if I never did this or I never said this wouldn't have happened. When in fact, especially if there's another person involved, everybody's responsible for their own actions. So if you said something, the other person is responsible for how they reacted. If you did something, the universe reacted in the way it was supposed to react. Like, some things are just outside of our control. And I feel like people either give themselves too much weight and credit, like if something is catastrophic or big or spinning out of control, like they did this. That goes back to my theory about how people don't know the difference between um, negative and positive um, attention. But it's like, oh, what was me? Like I did this. I feel like you give yourself too much power. You certainly didn't do it on your own. There's so many things that come into play um, when we have these regretful moments. I don't live in regret. I don't feel regret. I can probably count the number of times on less than 2 fingers that I've ever felt regretful, and I can link it back to the way like a person made me feel, like I wish I never met you kind of thing. I wish I never became involved. Linking those unfavorable outcomes and those negative emotions back to my action when, if someone else is involved, their actions are valid as well. So if you're feeling regret, you're carrying regret, don't be too hard on yourself. Figure out what other things came into play so you can truly weigh how heavy or how much weight your action held and what the outcome is. Now, if you truly caused a series of unfortunate events, take responsibility. I get that part. But if you're just looking for an answer and you can't find one and there's no one else to blame, so you blame yourself, you link the event back to you caused your own trauma. You caused your own trauma. You link the event back to the part that you played in the situation, which may not have any weight or maximum responsibility for how things turned out. Give yourself some grace. I'm here to tell you that today. Give yourself some grace. You deserve it. You are deserving of grace, especially from yourself. Regret is a deeply rooted personal feeling. Nobody can tell you to regret something. No one can make you regret something. Your own negative emotion that you hold about something or someone makes you feel regret, but another person can't make you feel regret. A thing can't make you feel regret. That has to come from yourself. So it's your job to forgive yourself so you can let that thing go. Regret causes personal trauma. Also a personal opinion. I'm not a therapist or a psychic, yo. I just be talking through my stuff. I be talking through my stuff, hoping that it helps y'all. But that's it. I think that's all I got for y'all tonight. But I had to get something in. It has been a day. I'm just going to erase all the times from any flyer that you've ever seen of mine, because I see how this is going to be. It's just going to be at some point on a Wednesday, you're going to hear from a queen, okay? And it's going to be the Queen Network. And we're going to talk about some things that affects us as queens, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And that's what we did tonight at 10 o'clock at night, 10:30. All right? Because it's still Queen Crush Wednesday, okay? So just as long as it's Wednesday, you're going to hear from a queen. And that queen is going to be the fierce. Okay? All right. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure you like and share it. I guess you need to subscribe or subscribe to my channel. Since I have a YouTube channel now. I don't want to fight with that, y'all. I don't want to like build a whole YouTube following for real. I feel like that crap is hard. I feel like let me hold on to my followers I got on Instagram, my faithful and my few, and keep this thing rocking. Facebook loves me. I love y'all too. And catch me on A Radio. So this video will be uploaded to A Radio, and I'll make clips for us to revisit throughout the week. But for right now, like this video, share if you see it on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I am Queen Fierce, Queen P-H-I-E-R-C-E. You can find me at Queen Fierce on YouTube, Queen Fierce on Instagram, and Queen Fierce on Facebook. Look at me with the branding. Miss Fierce on Twitter. You can send me an email if you have feedback or you would like an interview. That's queenfierce@gmail.com. Or, of course, my personal favorite. What was that? Slide in my DMs, because you know I like that. All right. I love y'all so much. Thanks for letting me chat for a little bit. Appreciate it. I'm gonna talk to y'all next week on another Queen Crush Wednesday for episode of the Queen Network with me, your favorite queen, Queen Fierce. Mwah.